Baltic amber. Today we're taking a deep dive into Baltic amber, which you guys usually see in jewelry stores and stuff with like children's teething necklaces like this. This is Baltic amber with silver jewelry like this. And we're going to take a deep dive into Baltic amber, its colors, and heat-treated and pressed Baltic amber, and some stuff like that. So first of all, there's five deposits of amber in the world: Baltic deposit, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Burma, Indonesia. The Baltic amber, like this stuff here, is from Lithuania. This is the only kind of amber that has pain-killing properties. It's 48 million years old. You definitely can find insects in amber inside of this material. Like this piece right here is Baltic amber. And let's take a deep dive into some of its rare colors, some of its features, and all sorts of stuff. So to start off with, Baltic amber produces clear yellow raw amber. It's found in the ground and it looks like this. And we have a pretty big selection of it over here. It looks like this, a clear yellow resin that's secreted out of the tree. And that almost every amber deposit produces this first clear color. But from there, it goes to different colors, right? So this stuff right here, this is raw Baltic amber from Lithuania. If you polish it, it looks like this, where it becomes clear, super yellow, and you can find insects inside. And you can polish it like that if you want, and you can also, look, here's an insect inside. Right here, there's a little insect, part of a spider. Here is another insect in Baltic amber. That is a mosquito right there. And, okay, so then Baltic amber comes in other colors, like this one you see here. This is butterscotch. Now, this is a rare color that only comes from the Baltic. And as you see, it's very different than the clear yellow that we're used to with the other pieces. The reason being is that this clear yellow is the amber that was secreted on the outside of a tree, and it comes out clear and it captures insects and stuff. Whereas sometimes a tree splits open, and the amber that secretes from inside of the tree is this butterscotch color. This is amber that was from the inside of a tree, so therefore it doesn't capture insects because it wasn't really exposed. Now, this is worth a lot more. This stuff sells at 90 cents a gram. This stuff sells at $4 a gram. So this piece right here is about $1,200, whatever it is. It's $4 a gram, and that's what it's about. Whereas this piece here is about $25. So what happens if you have a piece of amber that is halfway in and halfway out of the tree? It'll become partially clear like this. You see this piece of the amber is partially clear, and then this piece of the amber has that nice butterscotch color that we want. Well, there is a way to make this little piece useful, because as you can see right here, it's not really that useful. It's hard to polish, there's not much of it, but there's a way to cut it off, melt it down with a bunch of other little pieces, and you get something like this, which is called a pressed amber block. And this is basically, the workshop, the workers in the amber workshop, the polishers, the lapidary artists, they will cut off this little piece, and then they'll throw it in a bucket with a bunch of other little pieces like that. And the bucket will look something like this, with a bunch of little pieces. Now, each of these individually are too small to be able to use, so that's not that useful, but they have an autoclave, which is like used to cook things with heat and pressure, and they cook them down for a long time with a lot of pressure in this autoclave, and they melt down into the shape that they want, which turns out to be this. So this is made of real amber chips, but it's remelted into this machine, which is why it comes out like this. And so, interestingly enough, you can now use this to carve any shape you want. So, let's say they're making beads. If they have beads like these ones here, it's easy to make these clear beads by selecting a clear amber ingot, like this one, because these beads are made from pressed amber, and this is the pressed amber ingot. Now, on the other hand, you have this whole natural piece, and then if you want to make beads out of this, which is really cool, you can make a necklace that looks like this. This is what beads out of this looks like. And this is a type of amber that takes a nice patina. Over a long time, over many years, it will patina very nicely. And let's see, if you wanted to make a necklace out of this kind of stuff, it would turn out looking like this. Let's see. If you want to make a necklace out of this, it turns out looking like this. And you can choose different color ingots depending on the kind of amber you select to make different kind of colored necklaces. Like this ingot, which is slightly different color, would make a necklace that looks like this. So it's real Baltic amber. It's just what we call pressed amber. And yeah, it looks like this. And also, when you see, a lot of times when you see little jewelry like this of Baltic amber in stores, which is what I mostly see in my local stores, this stuff is usually pressed amber. They make these little cabochons out of pressed amber. But a lot of times, there's also natural amber. If you see the amber has a natural shape like this, or like this, these little chips that look kind of all irregular, these are natural chips, and you like that. So we like that. So that is the difference between natural butterscotch amber, natural yellow amber, and how they make ingots out of this amber. I hope you guys like that. And go to amberbugs.com if you want to buy some. Thank you very much.